Time now for our weekly tech feature, and we're looking at some key topics. First, how to work from home, very topical, and online payments, among other things. And I'm joined by Tech Matters host Toby Shapshak. Good morning, Toby. Thank you very much for joining us. You are an old hand at freelancing and working from home. Share with us, if you will, your top tips.
Yes, unfortunately, I was retrenched 2 days after I got back from my first honeymoon, so I've worked from home off and on for the last 10 or 15 years. The first thing to do is to treat it like you're going to work. You get up in the morning, you have a shower, you put on work clothes, and you go to a specific place. It's better if you have a study or a place in your home where you work. If it's your dining room table or another table or somewhere, have a space and make sure that you can, if you have small children like I do, be able to close the door so that you can focus. My wife and I share, one of us will work in the morning, one of us in the afternoon, and the other will look after our son in that period. And then you treat it like you do any other work scenario. You have your work output and you work on it. A lot of people, when they start working from home, think, oh, I can cook myself lunch and I can do this and I can do that. And I mean, that's just a silly idea, because you just spend a lot of time cooking lunch, you know, and then eventually go, hang on, that's 3 hours I could have done some work. So set yourself up if you can, you know, I've said to all my staff, take your monitors and screens and keyboards home from the office. Set yourself up so that you're really comfortable. The software available, Sally, is remarkable. I mean, it's a light years from 15 years ago when I first started running my own business. And you can do just about anything you can anywhere in the world, and you don't have to be in an office. They're fantastic software applications. For most people, email is probably the most important thing they need. Of course, that you can access anywhere. If you don't have a Gmail account, set it up. It's by far the easiest of the mail. Microsoft 365 is their Office package, so you can, Office 365 is Microsoft's Office package. You can use it anywhere. It offers you a terabyte of free storage if you sign up with it. Very handy for backing up photographs and storing files online. A range of really good documents. If you're sharing and working with people, Google Docs is fantastic. You need to be online most of the time. But if you want to work in a Word document or a spreadsheet that you want to share with someone else, if you want to have meetings, which is what a lot of people are now doing, instead of phone calls, you can have a video meeting if you've got decent bandwidth. But even on cellular, you can get really great services, and the most popular at the moment is a service called Zoom, Zoom.us, usually used for big conference calls, but now my wife's doing yoga classes through Zoom, so you have a real-time yoga experience. If you want to have just quick voice calls amongst you, you can have up to 4 people in a WhatsApp group, and you can, as you make the call, you can tick who you contact. Otherwise, good old Skype, as we're using right now, still very efficient. FaceTime, if you're on an Apple device, video calling through WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook Messenger. All of these services are really fantastic.
And they are, Toby, they are fantastic, but it chows data. Do you think that the cell phone companies, the big data providers in South Africa, should be making some big gestures around free data during this lockdown?
Yes and no. I mean, this is their business, so they can't give it all away, but they could make packages better. In fact, Vodacom and MTN in the last week have announced their big reductions, according to their resolution with the Competition Commission. I'm not sure what the go-live dates on those packages are, but they should make them happen sooner. A lot of companies are responding already. Vuma, the fiber company that I use, they're doubling the speeds on your line for 2 months while they expect people to work from home. Rain, the data-only network owned by celebrity banker Michael Jordan, has got a really great package for about 500-600 Rand. That's uncapped internet access. It's very handy to be able to do that. But you can buy a bigger package if you're on paid for packages, prepaid packages. Buy a bigger package, you're almost certainly going to use it, and also use it judiciously. Rain has a fantastic offering, a SIM card for 250 Rand a month, uncapped internet except between 6 and 11 p.m. That's by far the most reasonable one I think you can get. And hopefully other service providers will come to the fore. Of course, you've just got to judiciously use what you can. A lot of people use that Rain 250 Rand SIM card but they use those little TV boxes. Xiaomi makes a particularly good one that I've shown off on the show before. And if you use Netflix or Showmax, you can download the shows during the day when the internet is uncapped and free, and watch it later when you're not working, when you're just looking for some entertainment.
Some excellent advice there, Toby. We do have to go, but I know that you're a germaphobe, self-confessed germaphobe. Your top tip for looking after your workspace in terms of cleanliness and sanitation in this time?
Yeah, just keep it clean. People forget that your cell phone, I'm speaking to you on mine, and your keyboard are probably the dirtiest things we do because we touch them so often. Use any kind of alcohol-based cleaner, or if you don't have handy, just make sure you don't drip anything through the keyboard. Clean your phone every day, whatever alcohol-based cleaner you've got. I use plain old mess on my keyboards. Because you oil on the tips of your fingers. So I've been using that for years. And just clean your keyboard every day. Wash your face.
Absolutely.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face. Clean your phone and keyboard.
Thank you so much, Toby Shapshak. Not only a tech expert, but also an expert in how to keep everything clean and sanitized.